Hey everybody, it's Julie. Thanks for joining me today for a Bible journaling process video. I'm here using the August Faith art box, and I'm going to be journaling verse Psalm 19, 7 through 10. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that here in my devotional. So I'm using my Illustrating Bible here. This devotional I actually wrote for this month. And so I was able to spend a lot of time thinking about this beforehand while I was actually writing it. So I am going to be using a page from a vintage church hymnal. And I don't want to use the music page. I want to use the words that are sometimes in the back, the responsive reading, or just the text. Because I'm talking all about words here. We're talking about words and the power of words. So I pulled out just an old page, and I'm stamping because I'm going to do some paper piecing. Actually, it's kind of funny because quite a few of us on the design team are doing a similar design. I think we might have been inspired by one of the people on the team, and her blog post actually came out yesterday, so you want to check that out. I'll link it. But it seems like quite a few of us were just inspired and have a similar design. But, God inspires us all, sometimes similarly, can't say that word, and sometimes in very different ways. But we all have kind of a similar take, but a different take on it as well. And the verse I'm doing here, it's quite a few verses, but it's Psalm 19, verse 7 through 10. And so I've done some paper piecing. I stamped the hexagons and the bees on the paper, the word paper that I just ripped out from that old hymnal, and then I cut those out. And now I'm going to just stamp onto my page. Now I am not prepped. I have not prepped my Bible page, and I am using VersaFine black onyx ink. So this will bleed through. But I really want to use this ink. It's just crisp and clear and black, and I'll deal with the bleed through another time if I use the opposite page, the back of the page. But I'm not doing anything as a background for this page. I really want to go for a monochromatic look. I'm going with the black as my neutral color, and then I'm going to use Wild Honey, a Distress Oxide color. So, and I thought that was appropriate given this theme, the sweet as honey. So the verse here says, I'm going to read it all to you. The instructions of the Lord is perfect, renewing one's life. The testimony of the Lord is trustworthy, making the inexperienced wise. The precepts of the Lord are right, making the heart glad. The command of the Lord is radiant, making the eyes light up. So it keeps repeating and just kind of reiterating similar words for law and commands. The precepts, the commands, the testimony, the instruction. And then it goes on. You can just see on screen here, I'm just stamping out some more of those hexes and stamping my words. The fear of the Lord is pure, enduring forever. The ordinances of the Lord are reliable and altogether righteous. They are more desirable than gold, than an abundance of pure gold, and sweeter than honey, dripping from a honeycomb. So what is this saying? What is sweeter than honey dripping from a honeycomb? It's the law of the Lord, the word of the Lord, the ordinances of the Lord, the command of the Lord, the instructions of the Lord. All of these things are sweeter to the soul, sweeter than honey from a honeycomb. So back on screen here, I've stamped the hexes around the page, these honeycombs in various patterns, and then I've come in with the wild honey color, and I've just kind of offset stamped that within some of those that I stamped. so that I have a little bit of color in there, and now I am just splattering a little bit. I took that ink and pressed it down onto some clear packaging, and then I just picked it up. I wet it and then picked it up with my ink, with my paintbrush, and splattered that. I'm doing the same with black, just some black watercolor. Just want to get a little bit of splattering on my page so it wasn't so stark and white and plain and empty. Now I'm going to come in and place all of my elements that I cut out. So I cut out those honeycomb patterns, those hexes, and then the wings to my bees. So I only cut out the wings, not the entire bees. I did stamp the bees, but I only cut out the wings. And now I'm going to use the alpha tiles. They are also in that honeycomb pattern, and I'm going to spell out sweeter. So all this says, your words are sweet to my soul, sweeter than honey. So the thought here is that the Word of God is sweeter than honey. It's more desirable than, as the passage says, even gold. Now, not many of us just have gold in our pocket. We don't go around carrying gold coins like they did in the Bible. We instead use silver coins or dollar bills, or larger bills, or more often credit cards or debit cards or PayPal or Amazon or Apple Pay or those kinds of things. And then it goes on to say sweeter than honey. And I don't know about you people, but I have a sweet tooth. I enjoy a good sweet treat. But the word of the Lord and His law, and the law is simply just a picture of His character. Nothing is sweeter than that. And so when we spend time in the Word, then it becomes just sweet to our soul. His words are sweeter to our soul than honey. So back on screen here, I've used that Wild Honey Distress Oxide to highlight the verse. I just used my sponge, my sponge dauber, and I highlighted the verse. I'm using this really pretty washi tape that says, these words are like honey, sweet to the soul. I love this washi tape because it's translucent and it has some honeycomb design on it. Now, right now I'm going to use one of these banner pieces, and then I decide to put some washi tape underneath it to anchor it, and I end up, you're not going to be able to see a whole lot of that washi tape. I'm going to write the text reference on this little banner piece and stick that right there. But then I decide I want to use some more of that paper piecing that I had used, and so I'm going to pull that off. I'm thinking, yeah, I got to throw a heart in there. But I don't want to use too many of the stickers because of the style of this page. It really is more of a vintage, kind of an elegant style. And so I don't want to put in too many of these cute elements from the sticker decor sheet. So that'll be in a different project. So here's where I bring in some of that paper, just a ripped piece of that paper to back the banner. I'm using my glue adhesive. I think it's the Tombow glue adhesive. I will link all my products that I use so that you can see what it is, and if you're interested in any of those, some of them are affiliate links. So I'm going to come in and make a tab out of the backing of the devotional, and I use my sponge dauber to bring in some of that ink that's still on my sponge dauber. Now, I actually spend quite a bit of time making my little tab here. So I'm not quite sure. I end up bringing in that last hexie that I have stamped, and I cut that out, and I'm going to use one of the words instead of using one of the wordfetti from the decor sheet, because again, it doesn't quite match. I did use the word sweet, but I don't want to bring in any of the other colors. I, again, want to keep this a monochromatic page and keep it all the gold and the black. So I didn't want to bring in any of the other colors, the purples or the blues. So I just cut out the word from the washi tape, and I mount that on a little bit of white cardstock, and I also put that hexy, that piece right here, I'm putting it on some white cardstock also to just make it a little bit stronger. I am so sorry about my stamp chamois over there. I did not realize that it was going to be front and center in my entire video, and actually after I was finished with my project, you can see how I've got it just laying right there, lying over there on the top of my Bible page, and it actually made my Bible damp over there, so I shouldn't have left it there. Do as I say, not as I do. I usually have it kind of draping over on the side, on my lamp side, but right there I just set it right down on my Bible. Not necessarily a good thing. So there, I used my tiny attacher to attach those pieces. So it says sweet words. And now I'm making a flag out of my washi tape and just a paper clip. I just fold the washi tape over, and then I cut it at kind of a flag at an angle, a diagonal angle. And I do end up re-cutting that so that I can have some of those hexies, some of the honeycomb shape in there. And then off screen I'm going to do my journaling. Right here I put my date stamp. Here I'm going to come in and do my journaling, and I'm also going to add some little dots where those bees are so that they're kind of flying around. So it says, Lord, thank you for your word. Help me to desire it more than I desire anything, for nothing truly satisfies like your word. And here I give some little dots to make the bees appear like they're flying, and that's going to do it for my page. So thanks for joining me today. Make sure to leave any comments or questions in the comment section and give this video a thumbs up. Again, I've linked all the products, and you can pick up this Faith Art Box over using the link that I have provided or over at the Creative Retreat shop. Thanks so much, and come back and join me. All right, bye-bye.